Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And today is the first official day that the FNAF movie releases. It came out for theaters in me yesterday, so I watched that yesterday, and wow. I'm just going to do a quick review of the movie. There will be spoilers, so please make sure that if you have not watched the movie, do not watch this video because there will be spoilers. I'm sorry that the audio quality might be bad. I'm recording this on my phone, and I don't really know how that's going to turn out. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is, was it good? Was it a good movie? What did we wait 8 years, or I guess for me like 5 years? Did we wait 5 years for an extremely good movie or an extremely bad movie? In my opinion, it was a very good movie. Though I hear a lot of people say that it's bad. But I think that's because it's just a bit different than how it is in the games, which is expected because the games are mostly focused on like defending yourself from the animatronics and closing doors and such. And that's not really there in the FNAF movie. They kind of changed that a bit, but it's still a good movie. It's just that now it's a bit different than the actual games. So I guess people are kind of upset about that. People get upset for some stupid reasons, but it was a good movie. It's a good movie. Like, even for people who don't know what FNAF is or are trying to just get into FNAF, it's a good movie. And it explains some stuff that you probably wouldn't understand in the games and get in the games. So it's actually a really good starting thing if you're just getting into FNAF. And for fans of the series for a long time, there's so many like little details and like just like references that were insane. And there was a couple times in the theater where like everyone was like screaming like in the theater, like it was crazy. And I was kind of disappointed that Markiplier wasn't in the movie. Obviously I'm not like oh my gosh, the movie sucks because Markiplier wasn't in it. Like it's not like that. It's just that Markiplier is really what made FNAF popular and stuff. So I was kind of surprised actually that he wasn't in it. But there was some cool YouTubers in it, like, Dawko and all those, and like behind, like in the Employee of the Month board and stuff like that. But actors in the movie, Matt Pat was insane when he showed up in the movie. When he actually said, "That's just a theory," that was insane. That was absolutely insane. And then Corey showed up as well, Corey Kenshin, and he was a taxi driver, of course. We saw that in the trailers, but yeah, it was just epic. And so the story of it, which I was not expecting at all. What I thought it was gonna be was like, oh, Mike got fired from his job because he was beating up someone, which we find out that it's because of his little brother getting kidnapped and stuff, which I'll get into that in a moment. But like, it was different than what I thought it was going to be. But I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that it was different in a good way, because how it was different than what I thought was like way better than what I thought it was going to be. So the story is that Mike, a long time ago, Mike and his little brother, I forgot the freaking name. I forgot the name of his brother, I'm sorry. I'll rewatch the movie a couple times, so I'll remember all their names. But Mike's younger brother got taken by William Afton, and Mike saw him, but he didn't see William Afton take him. He doesn't know who took him. And that moment haunted him his entire life. And so, yeah. And then later on, when Mike's an adult and he's taking care of his sister, which we don't exactly know what happened to his parents, but pretty sure they died It's just a guess, but like probably because they're not in it at all. However, so Abby started drawing a bunch of things and starts like not talking to Mike at all because she's just drawing pictures. And those pictures, we find out later, are pictures of the ghosts. And also her imaginary friends are the ghosts of the children who were killed at Freddy Fazbear's, which was crazy as well. Which I was not expecting that until a lot later. So basically, Mike believes in this thing called dream theory, where everything that we see is just stored in our brains, but like we like forget it and stuff, but it's in there somewhere. So what Mike does is that he tries to dream. He found ways to dream about his younger brother and that moment, that day, every night, trying to look for new details and stuff, and just trying to find out who killed his brother. Trying to find out who kidnapped his brother. So that's what he does. And he's working the night guard at the mall. But he sees someone try and take a kid, but it was actually his dad, but he didn't know that. He thought it was someone trying to take the kid. So he goes after and beats him up. However, that gets him fired from his job. So he needs a new job, and he's desperate, and he gets a job at Freddy Fazbear's as a night guard. Well, he denies it at first because he can't do night shifts because of Abby and stuff, but he realizes that it's probably for the best that he takes the job. Another conflict in the movie was that the Abby and Mike's aunt, which I forgot the name of, I promise I'll remember their names once I rewatch it. However, so the aunt tries to take custody of Abby because she does it because she wants the check that comes with it every month. So she's just doing it for money. But she makes some argument on how Mike's not taking care of Abby good enough and how Abby is just always drawing and never does anything else. But so she tries to take Abby, which Mike does not want to do at all. And so he takes the job because he needs to, take care of Abby by, buying stuff and things. So he goes to the night shift. Night one, he has the dream of his brother again, but something was different. There was 5 kids in it. And those 5 kids were the ghosts of the 5 missing children from Freddy Fazbear's. And he tries to dream about that every night and tries to talk with the kids to try to get new details and stuff. But for the first couple nights, they didn't. They just kind of ran away. But then one of the nights, which is, I think is the one that he brought Abby with him on, was the one where one of the kids actually spoke and said that they'll tell him who kidnapped his brother if Mike gives them something. And he said that he'll give them anything. And then he wakes up from his dream because he hears screaming, which was Abby, he did bring Abby on that night. And so basically, she was screaming because the animatronics were tickling her. Yeah, so basically, the animatronics were the friends that she was talking with, and she found that out, and she went and talked to them. And so the animatronics were moving and on their own and doing their own things. And Mike was so freaking confused. So he talks with Abby a little bit the next day and finds out that her imaginary friends were the animatronics and that they were ghosts and stuff. So he asks Abby to ask them what happened to his brother, or who kidnapped his brother. And she agreed. She was going to ask. I also want to mention Vanessa, which was the police officer who showed up, I think, on the second night, and like introduced him to the animatronics and stuff. And she plays a big role later, which on night 4, when they go back, Vanessa shows up, and apparently she knew about the ghosts and the robots, and so yeah. And then they build a fort out of tables and chairs and tablecloths, which was kind of cool. It was kind of interesting. And so then after that, Abby gets like electrocuted from trying to play Bonnie's guitar, and then she tells him to never bring Abby back again. And so what he does is he tells the aunt that she can take custody of Abby to protect Abby. And Abby's not happy about that at all. But then Mike goes back to the pizzeria and has the dream again, but it was different this time. Instead of his brother getting taken, his brother was there and they were having dinner. And then we were eating at the picnic table. And Mike and the ghost children said that he can have dreams like that every night and be with his brother. I think his name was Declan. Yeah, I think his name was Declan. He can be with Declan every night, but they want Abby. And he said yes, but he immediately realized what he said and what he agreed to, and he was like, but it was already too late, because the dream ended and something happened. And basically, the spirit that was talking with Mike was the spirit of Golden Freddy, which basically showed up at Abby's house and Mike's house, and the aunt was there. He killed the aunt and then took Abby back to the pizzeria, where they eventually lured her into the pizzeria. But before that, while that was happening, Mike was getting destroyed by the ghosts of the animatronics and was about to die. But Vanessa found him and brought him to a police station where they got him all bandaged up and stuff. And then she reveals something big. That she is the daughter of William Afton, who killed the 5 kids and Declan, and she knew about it all and didn't say anything. So basically, she gives Mike some information on how to get into the building unnoticed, because the animatronics would definitely go and get him. Mike goes in and with a couple tools like electrocution things and stuff, and tasers, and basically electrocutes the animatronics and tries to get Abby out. However, William Afton shows up and is about to kill Mike when Vanessa shows up and then shoots William Afton, which is her dad. And then William Afton stabs Vanessa. Ooh, not good, not good. William Afton stabs Vanessa, well, with regret, but like, he's still evil and stuff. So we can't really give him much, pity. But basically, he's been making the basically, when the animatronics were killed, they did not remember who killed them. They only remember a yellow rabbit, which they didn't remember who killed him. So basically, William Afton, converted them into, killing machines for him. I don't exactly know how, but he drew a picture of the golden rabbit being friends with all of them, and that made them just believe that that was true. I don't exactly know how that works, but I guess whatever is drawn and put on the wall was what they believe in, I guess. So basically, William Afton was going to kill Mike, but then Abby draws a picture of the Golden Bunny killing all the kids, and then it makes them remember who killed him, and then they all gang up on him, and then the spring locks go off, and then he says the line, "I always come back." He says, "I always come back," which, it's crazy because that's what he says in the games, and that's an iconic, like quote from William Afton. And then they drag him away, kind of like what happened in Silver Eyes, the book. And Abby and Mike get out of there, and that's about it. But they do kind of set up a sequel. Oh, also, Vanessa is okay. They got her to a hospital, and well, she wasn't awake, but we're pretty sure that she's gonna survive. They did set up for a second movie. At the very end, before the credits, they showed William Afton, but he wasn't dead from the spring locks, because the spirit of Golden Freddy was keeping him alive, probably to torment him like in the games, and that's how it ended. So again, it's a lot different than what I thought it was going to be, but like in a good way. It was a really good movie. And the fact that there's going to be more and stuff, like, it's insane. So that's going to be the review. So thank you guys for watching, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite scene from the movie was, because there was a bunch of great scenes. My favorite would probably be when William Afton gets spring locks, because that's really cool and stuff, and we get like a visual representation of it, and not just, you know, an arcade game, like blood splattering everywhere, that we actually got to see what happened. And that was crazy. So, again, thank you guys for watching, and I guess that's the end. See you guys later. Goodbye.